Right, I'm back. Okay. Oh. Okay, what did I miss? Ravage, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the Wobble Brigade. Which is throwing snowballs at people, and... Oh, so all these battle sources makes me want to install MWO again. Recommend how to troll people, narc, 3 tons of ammo, stealth arm, and a flamer just to be Lord Legal, running around narking people. I think people are more accustomed to narcs these days. But it would be interesting to see if you could, like, actually scare people into staying in cover. It's still annoying, but I don't think people are, like, as scared. If people realize they're just not being learned, they'll just ignore the narc. Yeah, like, it just wouldn't work as well. The game's very different to what it used to be. That's gonna hits, always a battle tactic. True. Yeah, but there's a lot of overlapping ECM, Orzoa. There's no way you're going to do that without getting probably killed. Or your team will probably die before it becomes relevant. I don't know how long ago you played, but I can promise you it is vastly different. From the way you're sort of like talking about the game, I can promise you the game is nothing like you remember. Worth a shot. Oh, that is a decent amount of firepower, to be fair. I put it there so I could jump up on the high ground next turn as well. I can just keep jumping with the Black Knight.
Yes, Commander.
I run to the store, get supplies for the butter chicken. No problem set to it.
Ready for orders.
Hopefully your hunting goes well. I want to let that last one go forward. Okay, let's do mortars. That's a safe bet. No, like, legitimately, at least half the team is ECM these days. At least half. A lot of people just play the same mechs. There is no originality in the game at the minute. It is just the same thing every match. It's still a fun game for the most part, but yeah, there's no originality. There's nothing like that anymore.
I'm here.
I would still recommend giving it a try because who knows, you might enjoy it. But I think the current state of the game, I've been playing it for a year and a half, I think. And in the year and a half, the current state is the worst state it's been in terms of for enjoyability, at least in my opinion. Ooh, what was that? That's 30 tonner. So that's an Irby.
Waiting for orders.
Waiting for orders.
Why is everyone stuck in, like, weird places? You can't sensor lock from there, can you? No, you can't. I was really hoping to sensor lock the Vulcan with you.
I'm receiving you.
I mean, that's kind of how it is now, as always. Like, things haven't changed in that sense. It depends on what tier you play at, honestly, if I was to amend it a little bit. The higher tier you go, the less mechs you see.
Roger.
And the less builds you see as well. Like, you'll see a lot of people with exactly the same build. Or if not, nearly the same.
Fire it.
Oh, good hit. Actually, I didn't get one shot, which I'm very surprised at. Ooh, okay, close. It always reminds you of a boss. I wonder which boss that is.
Double time. Let's go.
Which boss from which game? I'm kind of curious. Come on, give me like 1 minute. Oh, we got it. I saw the red.
Target neutralized.
That's an okay cup of tea. Step 2 again.
Commander?
Cardiacs with a nerf. Yeah. Cardiacs aren't in a great spot still. I don't know what it was back when you played. The thing that most recently killed the Cardiac wasn't a nerf to Cardiac. It was a buff to a lot of other assaults. As what has actually really hampered Cardiacs at the minute. Because they changed a lot of torso twisting on like the Atlas and stuff, which made them like a lot better than the Cardiac. The Cardiac is still super slow, so you can't really fight anything that attacks you. While an Atlas can literally turn on a dime. It's ridiculous. So you've got no ammo left. Super Robot Wars. Didn't they just release a new Super Robot Wars on PC? I say just released, like semi-recently. I've never played one, but I see it pop up every now and again. I see it pop up on Steam. Right, so I've got 2 more turns to take care of...
Waiting for orders.
Finish off the rest of these guys. You being on the high ground is so annoying. My sniper spawned on the low ground, and my close range guy spawned on the high ground. Last year, a 30th anniversary global English release dropped. Yeah, that's what I thought I saw something. Apparently it was a decent game as well. At least from the reviews.
Tango down.
Peaked super well with them for the maneuver. The mobility got nerfed so hard, almost every single Mad 2 variant. Oh, you still see that build on the Cardiac, Arza. You still see that build on the Cardiac these days.
I'm receiving you.
Yeah, I've never played a Super Robot War. I'm a big fan of turn-based strategy. I have been kind of like experimenting with different ones. I have finally
For orders.
admitted to myself I'm not a fan of XCOM XCOM. I enjoy watching it. I think it's a fantastic game. I'm just not a fan of that type of strategy. Where it's like all or nothing, where like one mistake you lose like a super soldier. I don't mind people dying, but I don't know, XCOM was just weird about it.
All in hand.
They were old XCOM. XCOM 1 I might enjoy more. I was talking about XCOM 2 when I did that. Old XCOM, as in Terror of the Deep, and games like that, I love. Because I've streamed Xenonauts a few times, and I fucking love Xenonauts.
Yes, Commander.
That is a funny ass game. Okay, we'll take the height advantage. Let's keep the ER large off. Nah, fire it.
Give it everything I've got.
I thought you guys would be on terror levels of deep, levels of unforgiving. Oh, I don't know what it is about like those like it's sort of like your soldiers are a resource. Is the best way I can describe it. Like I don't like it where if you say you lose a soldier, like it sets you back to the point where it's almost unwinnable. Like just losing one, like if you lose one or two guys, it's such a massive hit to your run, you might as well start a new run. I'm not a fan of that. While in BattleTech, if you lose a mech, it's like, oh, that sucks. Oh well. Xenonauts, you lose a guy, and it's just another mission. Like, XCOM 2 was just kind of like, you do, like, I don't know, you turn a corner and there's a pod in this, like, exact square that you can see all the way around it. But not in that little section, and there happened to be a pod there, so you lose one or two guys. That's just like, that's almost run ending, it feels like. Most losses that to do aren't permadeath, just a repair bill. Yeah, that I wouldn't mind. Do you kind of know what I mean, though, by that? Like the kind of strategy thing I'm on about? I don't know. It always rubbed me the wrong way when I played it. You've only got 2 evasion.
That bot.
I want it to move before I kick it. Holy shit, that was a lot of lasers. Oh yeah, oh, sorry, don't worry. I've had my I've been very vocal about my distaste for the Chosen. Hey, Sando.
Standing by.
It's going amazing so far. We got a lot of fun stuff. Chosen are fine. Oh, I actually never even got to those, I don't think. I don't. The Chosen I found weird because they kind of broke the rules of the game. Their difficulty was because they broke the rules. It was weird. Like they didn't follow the pattern or the feel of the rest of the game.
Mech destroyed.
Yeah, takes an action in their line of sight, they get doing an action immediately. Yeah.
Yes, Commander.
Yeah, stuff like that. Like, enemies that break the kind of rules of the game to make them harder, I'm not a fan of.
Roger. Full speed.
Receiving you.
Yeah, but yeah, I'm probably gonna stop attempting XCOM. It's just not for me, I think.
On my way. Double time.
That'll suit with dumb and gaming. Yeah, exactly. Exactly, Azor.
Waiting for orders.
Yeah, I just don't think it's for me. A game that I am interested in maybe trying again is actually the Warhammer one again. Well, yeah, I know that's like Fire Emblem. I've never actually properly played a Fire Emblem or like a game of that nature. They look a lot of fun, but are they interesting to watch?
Just engage.
Like,
Commander.
which Warhammer one? The Warhammer one I want to play. I'm gonna play again is Demon Hunters. No, the most recent one, the XCOM style one, but it's also very different. Which just had a new DLC, the Demon Hunters, actually.
Roger, Skipper. Taking it.
Ready for orders.
Yeah, Chaos Gate, yeah.
Full speed.
Although I have a few distastes about that game as well.
Heads up,
It's not very random.
hostile contacts inbound.
Jeez, game. There's a YouTube streamer that does pretty well for himself, streaming FE and advanced war content. I don't know, it's just like, that's one of those games I feel like would be a lot of fun to play, but then kind of... Oh, feel free, honestly, Arzawa, because we're in the subject of it and you're being very polite about it, I'm happy for you to name drop.
Going full throttle.
You know, you didn't lead with the name and stuff, so like I'm not against people like name dropping other streamers and stuff. Mangs is the dude. I don't know them. Let me throw it up on the other side, so I'll have a look. Mangs. Not bad. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'll have to give that a check out. Because it's always interesting to watch other my back. Other turn-based strategy players, because they're actually quite difficult to stream. It's very hard to make a turn-based strategy game that interesting. BattleTech helps because it's got a lot of really good visuals, but old style games like that, it's very difficult to make interesting. I've got to be careful with your back. But yeah, Ravage, I'll consider it. I've just got back into BattleTech, so I'm probably going to be playing this for a while. But I do periodically kind of take breaks from BattleTech, and that's where I play the other strategy games. So it might be like a while in the future at this point, because I've just come back to this. But who knows? I might, Yeah, exactly, Ravage, yeah. You have to already be kind of invested in the in the game to some degree to actually enjoy watching it. I do agree with that. That's why XCOM was so good from a streaming perspective as well, because that wasn't necessarily true for XCOM. Because the visuals played such a huge part in it.
Moving fast.
You could understand what was going on just from watching for like a minute. If somebody watched BattleTech for a minute, they still wouldn't have a fucking clue what's happening. So you're XL. Yes, you are. All Ravens are always XL. Well, I'll go back with you.
Let's do this.
And while I do my best, I do my best to try and explain everything, it's not always possible. Because I'd be here for an eternity trying to explain how certain stuff works. Septura is currently just gone shopping, Witchy. He's not here at the minute. Yeah, take a pot shot.
Negative damage.
I hope more people get into BattleTech franchise. Well, it's actually been having a bit of a resurgence, Sand. The tabletop has actually been getting a lot more base time. Not so much this table, you know, not this turn base, but the physical tabletop. Callous Gate is basically like 10 minutes away from me. I've still never played tabletop actually. Me and my friend Bon Spicy Nick, we've been planning to play tabletop for like 6 months. Like do a stream of it, but you know, things just kept coming up. It's a big time investment. We kind of want to like half learn the rules before we start playing. We're expecting the stream of it to be an absolute fucking mess, but it's going to be like a good laugh sort of thing.
Orders.
So yeah, like we do found it enjoyable. Yeah, like we do plan on doing a tabletop stream of it. Ooh, yeah, please do, Sandor. I have a like an art section? I think I do. Is the Huntsman with 8 SRM6 or 8 SRM4 Artemis still a thing in MWO? I think it's been swapped over to the Arctic Wolf. But the concept is actually extremely strong right now, Arzo. Short range, high alpha mechs are very powerful right now. Sorry, you know, fast, short range, high alpha mechs are very strong right now.
Yes, Commander. I'm receiving.
Very, very, very strong. Just learning how to paint. Well, I can't paint to save my life, so I'm going to enjoy looking at them. We do have a couple of actually, it's Monday today, right? Okay. If you are into painting, one of my friends does a Warhammer like painting stream. Limitari. Let me double check how you spell his name. He's not streaming yet, but every Monday does a Warhammer paint stream with one of his friends. Both awesome people. I did misspell it, which I double checked. So if you ever want any painting tips, he's definitely the guy to go to. There we go. That's Bulamatari. He also plays a bit of BattleTech.
Commander.
He's currently doing Rogue Tech himself. But yeah, a good friend of mine. Used to play a lot with him, not so much these days. I think we've both just been super busy. But yeah, awesome dude. Badger, who he paints with, also an amazing individual. Definitely highly recommend both of them. Yeah, definitely check him out. I need to actually catch up with him because he was painting a large-sized atlas. I think it was his first BattleTech miniature. He got like 3D printed. I think he's finished that at this point. I haven't seen it though. Oh, Badger, the person he paints with, his good friend. He has like some of the craziest models I've seen. Like Buller's really good at painting, but I think even he would admit Badger is like a whole like step above. I think Badger is insane. He's got some really cool Tau stuff as well. I think there's another Lance over here, but they're not currently fighting. Worth a pot shot. Honey Badger? Yeah, those are insane. Honey Badgers are mental. They just go for the jugular. 50-ton tank. Man, this is a... I think we'll reserve here. Oh wait, Shadowhawk. I think I only need one part of a Shadowhawk to make a really good one. I'm not sure though. Because we did an assassination mission that had like a 7H in it or something like that. XL Endo Steel. LB10. It was a nasty Shadowhawk, actually. Was that an AC-10? Hunchback. Oh no, Blitzkrieg. Oh, Hollander. Close enough. I just saw the BLZ, so it just made me think Blitzkrieg. Which technically it is, but... Do I want the Shadowhawk to go first? This is a good chance to potentially kill the Shadowhawk. We kill the Batman.
Waiting for orders. Good to go.
Roger. Full speed.
Okay, we're going to do a big sensor lock, remove their evasion a bit. It won't affect the Raven, because ECM stops evasion reduction. Are you not in range? I guess not. Are you dead? This side's gonna be a bit of a problem. God, them getting the height advantage when they spawn is so irritating. Okay. I want to get a flank on the Shadowhawk.
Yes, boss.
Okay, so we can do that. You can't, but you can get a shot. We're trying to plan out my turn. I think you go first. It's the wrong side, which is a bit annoying. But it'll do. Ooh, what's better, Precise Strike or Battle Lord? Precise Strike is -3. Battle Lord is +2, but it means -2. I think Battle Lord's slightly better. Purely because I'm in the snow biome. I can actually use it.
Good to go.
Okay, and then with that, we'll go for the actual flank. Perfect. And then try and chisel through that side torso. Hopefully we get like a lot of passing crits.
Target's taking a critical hit.
Not many. Damn it. We could mortar them. Large laser would kind of suck. Yeah, let's try and get rid. I should have done the acid first. Airburst. Actually, that's a really good point. If I airburst it, that's like as much crit opportunity as I can probably get. Nah, barely anything. It must have been a front attack and not a flank. I thought that was going to be a flank. I should have just went for the AoE. Oh, there goes the side torso. I was trying to make him either crit the engine or eject, because, like I was saying before, we only need a few parts. I think I only need one, but I'm not 100% sure. To build the Shadowhawk. So I was just trying to get as much as I could, but I might just go for the kill at this point. Kill him. It's all over the place. Once we get Precision Master, that'll be a lot better. The high ground they've got on me makes this so accurate. Oh, that's actually not... I guess it was indirect fire as well, which didn't help. But that height advantage is absolutely wild. So if I was to shoot... What is it? +8. So they have a -8 on me. So they effectively ignore 4 evasion purely because of height advantage. Wild. Wild, wild, wild. Yeah, that's a little bit better. Do I need to precise strike you? Theoretically, I shouldn't. Practically, I think I do. But that does mean I probably don't need that. Knew it. I mean, we got the ejector wanted. It actually worked out very well. Kill's a kill. I won't complain. Okay, that's good. Going for the vehicles that I don't care about. Very nice. Only one hit. So I need a little bit more than that. Saying that, the turret ain't gonna last much longer, I don't think.
Orders.
I could put my vehicle there as a bait. They do love to shoot my vehicle. They really love to shoot my vehicle. Put it in the trees. Oh, there was a hunchback. Double heat sinked and has a small pulse instead of a small laser. Alright. Are you cased? And it's cased. Wait, it's only got 1 ton of AC-20? Ah, it's only got 1 ton. So if I dodge it for 5 rounds, I live. Noted. I think the Hollander is a little bit scarier though, because the quirk it has, stabilized weapon, is actually pretty strong. And it has a lot more ammo. Ooh, good hit. Okay, what's left over here? Raven.
Good to go.
I love the Hollander. The Hollander is such a fun mech. It's just scaffolding with a gun.
No shooting, just running.
Yeah, it's just scaffolding with a gun. It's so good. Okay. Good hits. Probably not clustered enough. But I push its initiative down to where I can probably kill it. The Hollander concept art from the technical readout is the greatest thing. Yeah, I mean, it makes a lot of sense when you hear like from the purpose of it. It was just a really cheap long-range mechs to counter the clans. Because the clanners were just outranging pretty much every single Irisphere mech. Like, out firepowering and outranging them. So, they just made something super cheap, super expendable, but could actually get some shots off before they got clapped. And it works really well. Hey, welcome back, Septua. Ravage, it's not even 1-to-1. Like it, this is a big misconception, which I think the games are the reason for it. Clans absolutely decimated Innosphere. Like they're not even comparable. Like it's not even like you can't even like say like 1-to-1. It's clans just absolutely decimated Innosphere. It was an absolute slaughter. I know there's a lot of people that play MechWarrior Online that think it was like a really close call between them, and it wasn't. Yeah, it was absolute destruction. Innisphere did really well for what they had. Well, it wasn't a close call. People that play MechWarrior Online have a big misconception because the Innisphere mechs
Hit, Commander.
have a lot of armor quirks that make them feel really tanky in comparison. That isn't a thing. Particularly ad. Yeah.
Going.
Yeah. Hey, Sniggle. Good afternoon. Yeah, that one fight, it was almost like a blitzkrieg sort of situation, weren't it, Reed, right? I don't know too much about the lore, so I could be, like, off on what I say. But it was almost like a blitzkrieg situation where, because they kind of stopped the sort of push, it really sort of, like, mellowed out the fight for a while. Like, the moment you stop that sort of aggression, it's really hard to get it back going again. I think it's kind of the idea that went behind that. Particularly had a game at when? I think there was one, weren't there? Wasn't MechWarrior 4 all about the clan invasion? Or was that after clan invasion? I can't remember.
That ain't something cool.
I never played 4, so... If I recall, there was something else going on. Oh, really? Okay. I really need to read into it all and stuff like that. I would like to learn more about the lore. But whenever I have conversations about it with people, they're... I think how to word it. They like to express their own opinions as fact. And try to make, like, sort of their interpretation the way it is. Or something like that. It was really weird. Whenever I heard about it.
On the move, full speed.
There were challenges on the planet where the IS, mainly Comstar, could deal with each clan separately. Oh, really? I actually never knew about that. That's really cool. We went, you have to stop. First Stalingrad turned up 22. IS with the Stalingrad defenders. Yeah. That's interesting. So I was kind of right with the... with my analysis, but not for, like, the right reason. The Stash of Star League mechs here. Just absolutely bamboozled them. That's pretty funny. Well, it worked. That is quite humorous though. I like that. Okay, go for a kick. It says I'll overheat. I shouldn't. I don't know why it's saying I'm going to overheat. Normally, this likes to lie.
Copy that.
Yeah, it's only the like the bar. I think is always correct. Well, I didn't need to shoot everything.
That's destroyed.
It caused a ceasefire for a while at least. Yeah, it bought them enough time. Is basically what it was. I knew that it was kind of like, particularly basically stalled them long enough. I knew that was one of the sort of reasons why it worked out. But I didn't know about the duel thing. That's pretty cool. I didn't realize there was like a second part to it. Okay, the Wraith is going to go... How am I going to get over here? Plans to start infighting. Mate, they got 15 years out of that? Holy shit, they really robbed them blind. Yeah, exactly. I knew my sort of analysis wasn't like completely off. I just didn't know the second part. I didn't know about the duel thing. That's really cool. I probably shouldn't have moved you too close. They've got a fucking hunchback up here. Oh shit. I mean, that's literally what Blitzkrieg was as well, weren't it, Reed?
I've got a sensor lock.
I mean, that was true for history. I won't go too much into detail, but that is also true for history. A lot of other countries' military power was still World War I era, while they were much more advanced as well. Hell, I think the French were still using tanks from pre-World War I, if I recall. In the trench. Yeah, exactly, yeah. Yeah, that, and they also had the things in the wrong side. That is true. Again, I don't want to go too much into detail because I know that it's kind of like semi-taboo on Twitch to talk about it all. I think it's a really interesting part of history from a military strategy point of view. I think it is a really interesting part of history to look at that type of stuff. But yeah, the people always sort of bring the agenda in behind it. People can't just take parts of it and actually have an interesting conversation about it. So it is taboo on Twitch, sadly.
Standing by.
Swordsman, are you going to make it to the other side if I try? Nah, I don't think you will. I think you're kind of stuck over here, so you're going to deal with the fulcrum. Yeah, exactly, yeah. It is hard as well, so, you know. We'll leave it on that one. I do appreciate people being respectful with it. This swordsman is the best swordsman I've, like, ever built. Legitimately, I'm actually in love with this swordsman. Yeah, especially with recent events, I do agree. So thank you very much for being respectful with it. I do appreciate it, everyone. Yeah. It's annoying. It's annoying that those rules are in place, but they're in place for a reason, so you gotta stick to them. It doesn't matter what I think. It's based on the rules of the platform I'm on. 100 armor. Okay, let's get the acid in first. Oh, this is... Do I get a 3-man acid spread? Or do I hit the hunchback? The problem is... No, that's it. That's an AC-20 hunchy. None of my guys can hit these ones. while some of my guys can hit this one. I think the hunchback is the way to go, weirdly. Because I actually can't hit these guys down here. Even though it's a better acid. I won't be able to use it to any effectiveness. I could hold on to it, because my last set of acid. But I think I'll just pop it on the hunchback. Really good hits.
All out of AC2 ammo.
Today is a bad day to find out why I have so many.
What do you need?
Because now...
Roger that.
I shouldn't really be showing my back to the fulcrum, actually. Because you've got a nearly open back. What happens, happens. Maybe I should have vigilanced, just to be safe. The dog trick, I was wondering. I'm not very good with sci-fi stuff. I'm much more of a fantasy person. Honestly, funny thing, I'm not too interested in sci-fi or space or mechs. I'm a big fan of customization, which is why I really enjoy BattleTech. But in terms of, like, you know, Doctor Who, never seen an episode. I know of it. Never been interested in it. Never seen an episode of it. It's just space, like time travel, that type of stuff, just ain't really my thing. I think I've seen one episode ever, and that was it. I like the space, I don't really like the silly. That's fair. I mean, like, I do find some bits of it really cool. Like, I really enjoy Elite Dangerous type of thing, but, like, there are... You know, I don't dislike space stuff. But, yeah, I've got no real attachment to it. I'm much more of, like, a Lord of the Rings, like, fantasy person. Medieval era, more specifically. That's much more my jam. That was awful accuracy.
That did not hit.
Well, you better duck. That hit. I think that hit. Oh no! Did it hit? Yeah, I think it hit the side. I think it hit this side, but the damage reduction actually helped out quite a lot. Run away.
On my way.
I don't mind silly, personally. Like, it's... I don't know what it is. It's just, I just don't have any particular interest in sort of... I don't know how to word it. It's just like... I think what it is like, they're trying so hard to make it, like, feasibly plausible. I think is what kind of irks me. Like, when, like, with a lot of sci-fi stuff, they're always like, oh, using this theory, this could actually be true. in the future. I'm just like, I don't care if it's true or not. I just like, if it exists, it exists. They always try hard. They try too hard making all this sci-fi stuff try to make sense. When really they could just be like, well, in this universe, this is how it works. Fair enough. Checks out.
Light damage. Holding firm.
Like, I guess that's the thing behind sci-fi, right? It's science fiction. That's the whole point of it, so... Right, AC-10. It's fine with me. They're wasting shots on that turret. That's quite interesting. Science fiction is there for the reason. Yeah. Sci-fi is when they get the characters into a big mess and they get out with... But in this universe, with a weird device that solves a specific problem. Yeah. We call that in the business plot armor. Anime fans know all about plot armor, don't you worry.
I await your command.
Right, so you've got an open side torso. I almost want to do like one set of air bursts to see what I can get crit in, but I think we just go for the damage. This plot armor is played right. Yeah, true.
That hit something good.
Oh wait, you've got no ammo left. So you're just a medium laser. We can let you eject and we get all the parts. Well, I say all the parts. We get some of the parts.
Commander.
Your point was, look, it missed on 99%. Are you shitting me? Please kill it. Oh, Lord have mercy. Whew.
Hope we can salvage that.
It was literally gods having Diablo Ex Machina to kind of it made it sense.
Yeah.
If it makes sense, it's fine, but it's just, I don't know. It's just, it was always weird to me. It never caught my attention. I really want to hit that Blitzkrieg. Or Hollander, whichever you want to call it. Now, keep the height advantage. So let's get higher up. Do we just get rid of the Stinger? You know what, I think I will get rid of the Stinger. But that searchlight is so bright. Go for it. All yours, buddy. Knock yourself out. Literally, please do. Hey, my guy. Okay, so that should be 3 parts. There's some meetings gonna lurk. No problem, Sand. Cheers for coming in. Hopefully catch you before the end. If not, hope you have a wonderful day. Is that overkill for a Stinger? Theoretically, it could live.
Over that.
Yeah, that ain't living shit.
Enemy down.
If it hits, yes, but you just missed the 99%. You're not wrong, actually. You know, I really didn't think of it that way, but you got some logic there, Septua. Okay, let's put it on paired. And we'll try going straight through the CT.
Here we go.
I swear that paired PPC just does not like to hit. I really should leave it on split for the rest of time. Catch you later, man. Thank you so much for coming in. I do appreciate it. Thank you so much for the lurk.
I've got a sensor lock.
Oh, you've got... Wait, do you have ECM? Oh, yeah, I just saw it. I just saw it had ECM. Fucking hell, I'm stupid. I literally just saw it had it in its side torso. Sorry, CT. There it is at the bottom. That's just me being an idiot.
Waiting for orders.
Right. Cheers for the lurks and... I feel like I should probably make an unlurk command at this point.
Let's move.
I don't know why I've not thought of that sooner.
Sensors locked on.
I'm here.
Artemis! I kind of want to open it up first, though.
Let's do this.
Wait, you're actually in range? Holy shit. We have one more round, so tell you what. We'll save your precise strike for the next round. Oh, really good hits. Double CT.
Inflicted some heavy damage.
With an engine crit as well.
Good to go.
Who knows, we might get 2 engine crits. Or just blow up the AC-10. That
Destroyed.
also works. I wanted that. What is the C3 and ECM alerting me to? What do you mean, you dude? Do you mean what does it do? Or how am I using it? The way you worded that was a little bit, it is blinking. Oh, I don't know why it does that. There's no negative to have it on. I don't know why it's blinking like that. Because it's I don't think there is a reason why you would want to turn it off. Unless there's something I don't know. But I don't think there's any reason you ever want to turn them off.
Commander.
See if I can find one. Yeah, I don't know why it blinks like that. I guess it's just showing that it's turned on. C3 networks are fragile and vulnerable to jamming. ECM effects. Oh, right. Maybe it's because it's jamming my own C3 system. So say my Owens was inside of my ECM. I think it does actually block it. I don't know too much about the ECM stuff, to be fair. Not the C3 stuff. Community center locks. Yeah, incompatible with C3 networks. Unless you have the C3 improved anyway. Yeah, I don't think it does. I don't think it does ignore. If you get the C3 improved, it does ignore, but those are extremely rare. To the point where I don't know if they exist in BTA. I think I asked this before, and I got an answer, but I can't remember the answer now.
Yes, Commander.
Hey, Kenneth. Yeah, I'm pretty new myself to BTA. I'm mostly a BattleTech player. Dedicated C3I. C3I does ignore ECM. Well, it should ignore ECM in this. I don't know about in lore, but in this it does. Again, that just could be a BattleTech thing, though. Oh, good hits.
Scored a critical hit.
It has made every piece a master unit. Oh, cool. Again, we'll have to see when we find one. There's a lot of equipment that I know exists. I just don't know how it, strictly speaking, works. So we'll just have to find it and find out. There's no point worrying about it while we don't have it. I don't even have a C3 master yet, so we can't even utilize C3 systems. The one that the Owens has. Enjoying yourself a mango beer. Ooh, that sounds interesting. Actually, that's a good question, Ravage, because you just brought up old tabletop. For first-time players, because me and my friend One Spicy Nick, who's also an amazing streamer, are planning on playing it. Would you guys recommend? Because there's the old one, which is like very dice heavy, and then there's the new one, which I think apparently it's a lot more streamlined. A lot of people say it's not as good, but you know, a lot of people say that about everything. I can't remember what the new one's called. It's like is it something Blitz maybe? You've not played the newer one. You know which one I mean though, right, Kenneth? I can't remember what it's called. Okay, how many Shadowhawks do we have? We've got 2 of those. Hey, I was right. Okay, so we need 2 of these. And we can build the Shadowhawk. I thought we had an extra one, but I wasn't 100%. It's a good job I checked. I think that's the quick skirmish version. No, they've added kind of like a shorthand version. That's like really quick and easy to get into. That's a lot of good ECM. Oh, there's a lot of good stuff in here. Okay, so 85s, cores. We got kind of all the junk. Okay. But the old version was quick enough. But I like the Dungeons and Dragons First Edition too. Again, yeah, I've not looked too much into the tabletop. I'll have to... Again, like, Nick has a lot of stuff going on at the minute, so it probably won't be soon either, because he's just had some more news that he has to deal with first. Just kind of waiting for him to get his bearings back to where he's able to focus on other stuff. He's had a lot of shit come up, which has made him unable to plan. But soon, one day, we will do it, don't you worry. Okay, Shadowhawk 7D, that's the one we want. 150k?
That mech you wanted is back online.
It's worth it. The bane of gamers. Yep, it really is. Right, so here is... Oh, it's a LAC 10. Even better than an LB 10. Look at how good this thing is. Wow. This is so well made, actually. Yeah, okay, we'll do that. Okay. There's a lot of options in this mech. A lot of options. That's only 9 tons. God, that's so good. Saying that, that's the same damage as an AC5. It is a single shot, which makes it a bit better. I wouldn't mind trying to squeeze in like a large laser. That's a lot of tonnage to make up. Not a lot of ammo for an 1115 as well. We could down that to a 10. And put in a large laser. I do like my large lasers. Or we could commit and up that to a 20 and just put some more ammo in. There's actually a few options here. Like AC2s. Oh, if I had one more of those, that'd be so good. .360, 720. And the ranges are different. 360, 720. Oh, actually, wait. Could we do something like AC5? LAC 2, LAC 2. Having all that ballistic in one place is making me shudder a bit, but that would be pretty satisfying to watch. That'll be enough ammo. Less damage to structure would kind of suck. That is plenty of ammo for like all of that though. Yeah, that seems almost wasteful. Do we have a spare LAC 5? No. How much tonnage do we have? How much are we working with? 22. Could put a UAC 10 in. We have ammo for UAC 10. 2 tons. Barely enough.
Acknowledged. Approach time 4-1.
360, 720, 420, 840. I mean, that kind of works. Not a lot of damage though. Well, okay, it is. It's 110, 170, so that's wrong. Yeah, add another 55 to that. 170. I don't know if that's good or bad. 60. That's about the same as our blackjack. Yeah, that's about the same as our blackjack currently. Which can't fire every turn. This can. I almost want to make this closer range, but I'd need like a supercharger with it. Yeah, we could. Is there any like low tonnage ballistics in BTA? I'm assuming there's like a mag shot. What low tonnage ballistics are there other than LACs? Are LACs like the lightest stuff? Yeah, same as the light rifles. I guess there is the cannons, if we really wanted to shit someone up. Strap 3 of these in and send it out. I mean, that could theoretically work, right? We could put 3 cannons in this, put some SRMs in, and have it as like a... Not even a one-shot assassin, because we wouldn't have to use all the cannons on one target. I actually think that wouldn't be too bad. Long tomes are 30 tons. Even if I pull everything out, it won't be able to fit. And I don't have one. Let's try this. I'm curious how the HUAC 10 will feel. I imagine this won't be that great, but it's a good placeholder for now.
Logged and noted.
We just need to acquire more parts. I got one of those. I want spares of all of these. These are like amazing weight save tech.
New equipment available.
Like 1, 2, 1, 2, and 3s. I can imagine myself using in like my heavies and my assaults. A +5, I would struggle to use. So I'm not going to buy that one. 1, 2, and 3, I feel like I could use quite easily. So even though they were a little bit expensive, I'm paying for the future. That's tempting. Okay, frack it.